What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Animation Revaluation podcast. I am your host, Lizer. I am running on 2 hours of sleep, and all I have in my system is approximately 2 liters of G Fuel and a can of Coke. I am here with my co-hosts, Jay and James. What's up, guys?
Yeah. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep.
Damn, I got more sleep than both of you combined. Yo, no wait. All right, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
Bro, I had a bad night last night. I am
Wow.
not okay. That wasn't even me like exaggerating when I said that's what I'm running on. Like I literally have had about 2 liters of G Fuel today and a single can of Coke. I haven't eaten or anything.
Are you gonna eat after? Are you gonna eat after the
I'm
podcast?
going to sleep after the podcast. I'll be lucky to make it through the podcast. Let's go.
He just crashes midway. He's like, oh,
I'm surprisingly not tired. I just lost a lot of track of time playing Age of Empires.
oh.
Some of us play real games like Pokemon.
Yes.
Garfield's supercard dashing.
Bro, did you know that Garfield was added to the Nickelodeon Smash Bros thing, and he's literally not playable on Mondays?
Wow.
If your system recognizes that it's Monday, you cannot play as Garfield. It locks him.
Wow.
That's so crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I like it, but at the same time, I like it because
That's so dumb.
I love it, dude.
But effective.
Yeah, he hates Mondays.
Yeah, therefore he doesn't want to do anything on Monday. I
Let's
respect
go.
it. But how was your guys' weeks?
It was good until I streamed Pokemon last night. Other
Yeah.
than that, it was great.
Oh, he got fisted, bro.
Oh.
I didn't think it'd be possible, but like it just got worse.
Bro, I've never rage quit a game before. Like I've gotten mad
I
at
think
games
that's
just
the
like, oh, I'm just
first
gonna take a
time.
break and play later. That was like, I'm gonna break my Switch.
Damn.
Like I was gonna.
That was
play
like
something.
the first time. I was even surprised. I was like, you never get to say anything.
Oh.
Like,
You messaged me, Jay, and I had to take a break. I couldn't even say anything to you.
yeah,
had to-
I could
I was
understand.
walking around my apartment. I was like, I can't do this right now.
Yeah, the queen mashed his chops.
Bruh.
Damn.
But aside from that, it was great. And missing sleep, that's always fun.
Mm.
How about you, James?
Mine was pretty normal. Nothing really eventful, like yours or anything. Apart from the only thing eventful today is like I made some chow mein with chicken. That was it.
Ooh.
Sounds pretty good.
Yep.
All right, but let's get down to the nitty gritty of this episode.
All right.
We all watched something this week.
Yes. What was it?
It was a little something called New Game. And
Yes.
if I had to describe it, just bare minimum, just cute girls doing cute things. Like that is
Yeah.
how I sell it. And
That is what I noticed. Yes, that was the common occurrence. Yes.
yeah. And you know what? I am perfectly okay with watching that. In
Absolutely.
fact, I sometimes prefer it. But to get into actual detail of, beyond just cute girls doing cute things. Let's see. So the show is actually about our main character, Alba Suzukaze. Here she is. And she is a freshly graduated from high school young woman. She's 18, ready to explore the world and her body. And
What?
What?
and she got a job at a video game company, which is like a dream come true. Like I wanted to do that when I was younger. I got a fucking scholarship and everything, and it just didn't go through. So that's cool. So I'm living vicariously through this anime.
I lived through her.
Yeah.
I understand.
And she we learned that when she was younger, she played this game called Fairy Stories or something like that.
Yeah.
And she loved the world that was made in it. She loved the character designs, and it made her want to be a character designer in video games. And that's how she got to where she is. That's how she decided she wanted to set course and do what she's doing. And she had a role model, and it was the character designer of that game. So she comes in. She got this job. She she wears this. You can see right here in the picture. She wears what looks like a uniform. It's supposed to be like a business suit, but being that she looks so young, it just looks like a school uniform on her. Yeah. And the very first episode, we see her in front of the building. Now, the studio is called Eagle Jump. She's in front of the building. She's kind of hesitant to go in. It's her first day. She's nervous. And this one woman, let me put her picture up here. Where is it? We find out later her name's Rin. She says, "Hey, this is where I work. It's game studio, blah blah blah. You can't just stand in front of it. Like, you're a kid. You should probably go to school." And Alba actually is like, "Oh yeah, thanks. Sorry, I'll be on my way." Wait, no. I work here. It's my first day. She's like, "Oh shit, my bad." So Rin takes her in, and Alba goes through the process of like meeting people, and it's the first day. She has to introduce herself, get her station, the computer she's gonna work at, explain what her duties are, that kind of thing. Just normal first day of work things. So we get to meet all the characters that we'll see for a majority of these episodes. Let's see, in no particular order, because I don't remember the order that they were introduced in.
The next one up was, apart from when Toyama is what the one you just mentioned. The next one is Koyagami.
Okay, so we have Ko, aka my fucking wife.
I figured. I was like, this one has literally your name all over.
So this is Ko. And
around your age too.
Yeah. Stop doxing me. And she is like she's in charge basically of the like character design section of the game.
She's a director, at least is what she was told.
Yeah.
Or at least in the first episode, she was the director.
Yeah. So that's her section, and as we said, let me actually get a real picture instead of the horny.
Down bad.
Here's an actual picture. So she's introduced to Alba. It's like, okay, this is Yagami Ko. She's in charge of this. This is what she does. And Alba has this moment of like, wait a second, you're Yagami Ko, the Yagami Ko? She's like, yeah, what's up? It's like, did you work on Fairy Story? She's like, yeah, I was the character designer for that game. And that's how we find out that was her inspiration. So the person who inspired her, she's now working with. Like, imagine that, like, the one person you dream to meet. Like, this is your idol, and your first day of work, boom, your partners. That's crazy, dude.
That's crazy. I don't think I'd be able to like keep it like together.
No. Like, think about how lucky she is, not only with that, but getting like a full-time job straight out of high school.
Yeah.
Because she even says,
never
like,
could
I've
happen.
never worked a part-time job before, that like when they get their first paychecks. She's like, I've never had any other type of job before.
That was me when I got my first paycheck.
Oh yeah.
That was me when I joined this podcast.
Except we don't pay
you. we pay each other with good times.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's code name for a hand job. Anyway, who's up next?
Hifumi, I believe.
All right.
Hifumi Takimoto.
Hifumi is in the character department as well, character design department. Hifumi is a very shy, soft-spoken girl, and I mean very, very shy. Like, if you say anything to her, she's basically gonna curl up into herself and have a hard time answering you. But she can, like, Alba, the business itself has like an instant message system where employees can message each other, and she will just talk nonstop on that. She'll send like emoticons, she'll give advice. She's actually very sweet, very helpful, and very good at what she does. There she is with her hedgehog. That's the only time we see her smile. Sojiro, her hedgehog.
Yeah.
So she's actually very kind, very friendly, but she's very shy. to the point that she gets so anxious she can't communicate. Even with the girls who she's sat next to for like over a year, she just can't hold conversations with them. They mention it within the first 5 episodes, but we don't get to see it. But she's also an avid cosplayer.
Yes.
You don't see it at all until I think. Oh, I kept watching. Like I watched like 2 more episodes just because the first 5 were really rough, and then like it started getting better after the 2 episodes, and I was like, wow. I was like, okay, maybe I'll just keep watching because the first 5 were really rough for me, to be honest. I was like, what? But yeah, I still haven't seen like her cosplay yet. At least as to what you're saying.
Well, I don't feel like it's a spoiler. I don't feel like you can really spoil this type of show because it's not like anything major happens. They're working on a game, so I mean, eventually the game's gonna come out. Like, all right.
it's just like they're just kind of like, you know, like, hey, we're here. This is like hard work, but you know, but at least we have each other, and you know, we're just gonna do our best, get by, and have fun.
Yeah. So they actually try to figure out like what her type of cosplay would be. Like just based on her personality, they're like, oh, she'd be like a princess or something. No, she's like the charming prince who's like gonna go into war to save the princess.
I can see that.
Yeah, she becomes that kind of character, and she fully takes on the role. Like she's no longer shy when she's cosplaying.
I bet the hedgehog plays the princess.
Sojiro the princess. Let's go. Then after her would be who? Hajime?
Shizuku Hazuki is what.
Oh, Jay's wife.
Oh, is this the dark skinned girl? No, I might confuse it with the other one. Oh no, I talk about the other one that's always with her.
This is the MILF.
We don't know how old she is.
She is of unknown age. The last time she stopped counting was 20, I believe.
Like most women.
But she's supposed to be like in charge of everything. And she's on top of what she's doing. But she plays coy, she is lazy, but she plays it up a little bit. And she's just like us, dude. She just wants to run her group of cute girls. Like that's all she wants in life.
She's like the head director, right?
Huh?
She's like the head director, like she's the one like the director above Ko.
Above everyone.
I understand. Yeah.
She's at the top.
Yeah. Of their company. Because you know they're outsourcing type things, you know. They get hired to do the job.
Yeah.
And she has her cat there. I forgot the cat's name, honestly. Mozuku, okay. And he's just this fat, spoiled cat, and I fucking love him. He's the best thing.
I literally kept watching
because of the cat.
We found his weakness. We found his weakness.
But she's definitely like mommy vibes. I like her a lot. Anything to say, Jay?
Leap the fence.
Who would be next?
This one was my personal favorite, even though she just barely started coming in more often, like later. But this was Umiko Ahagon or Ahagon.
Okay, so we only really get to see her like twice within the first 5 episodes. But I do like her character a lot. She is I feel like I can explain because again it's just daily lives of cute girls basically. There's no real spoilers, but she is what department is she in charge of? It's not the motion department, is it?
No, the motion department was another girl. She had to do with more with I think coding, I believe.
Yes, coding, programming.
Because I remember there was like she had a problem with Aoba in like the recent like couple episodes after 5.
Yeah.
Where like
her
something
model,
with her character.
Yeah, her character
had, like,
model was
errors
interfering with the code.
Yeah, so I believe it was coding.
Yeah. So she's in charge of that, and you get to her desk and you're like, okay, what if someone told you that they were a coder, what would you expect their desk at work to look like?
books. I'm like, at least
Pretty
my
cool.
desk had books on it.
Mhm.
I really don't know what a coder.
I mean, you would expect like books that maybe have references for different programming
Yeah.
languages or something like that, a lot of notes, like that kind of stuff. She has
Like,
nothing but
triple
like
monitor.
airsoft pistols everywhere. Like pistols, rifles, you name it, she has it.
Wait, that's so good.
When I told you she was Botan, I was not joking, dude.
Oh,
she she is obsessed with survival games.
That's so good.
There's like an episode dedicated to like Alba and her hanging out and,
Oh.
and doing that. She's like, "What the fuck?"
I'll be looking forward to that for sure.
I'll definitely look forward to that.
But within the first 5, we don't really get to see her. She's just kind of there to shepherd Hazuki.
Yeah,
Mm.
because the other one is like, like you were saying, she's just kind of like, she just kind of wants to do whatever she wants. But it's like, no, she's like the one that's like, oh no, you're in charge. Like, we got a meeting, we got like shit to do, so like we got to do it. She kind of has like a firm hand to doing stuff, but
Yeah.
at the same time, she's not really like mean or anything. She actually like, I don't know. I can't really go based on much because I haven't really seen her very much.
Yeah.
And then on to Subaru.
It's funny you say that. Next is Shinoda Hajime.
It's crazy how close that is. Where did that even come from?
It's crazy how close that actually is to her design and how she looks in the show where she has like the lightsaber. But here she is. It's for some reason here it's spelled Hazime, but it's Hajime Shinoda. And
Yeah,
she,
like,
although she's seated there with the other girls in the character department, she's actually part of the motion crew, so she does the movements of the characters and she has to do references like I mentioned, she has the lightsaber, so that she uses that to like practice how a character would hold a sword and how they would swing it and run cycles and stuff like that. And as you can tell, she's like the tomboy, but like call her cute and it's over.
Yeah, and she'll have a meltdown.
Yeah, she has a meltdown, or she'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm cute," and she'll try to like act cutesy, and everyone's like, "This is weird."
The whole cat thing in the street.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. I was just like, what just happened? Just like flip the switch.
As a whole, I don't. The story never like really focuses on her too much, and I find that a little bit disappointing because she is a fun character. She has a lot of energy, so they can utilize her a lot, and they do. She's usually involved in pretty much everything, but you can always tell that she's just a side character in the cast, you know.
Unfortunately,
very unfortunate because she has the physics, bro. The physics. If you know, you know.
If you don't know, you still don't know.
You still don't know. And then to round out the little group of girls that we're introduced to, we have the final one, and that is Yoon.
Yunichi? Or yeah, it was like Yoon.
Yeah, Yoon Ijima. And she is again part of the character crew. She has this kind of like Lolita style to her.
Like, she's kind of like if I didn't know better, I would think that she was like raised by like, you know, a well-off family, because she has like the tea cookies ready and like a tea set, and she's always in like the nice long flowing dress. Yeah, the dresses definitely like give that kind of vibe.
Yeah, but what we actually find out later on is that she doesn't come from like a very well-off family. Like, I don't think they're doing bad, but they're definitely not like super well-off. And she actually has to spend time like watching her younger siblings at times because the parents are off working, like that kind of stuff. So we actually have a big sister character here. Very reliable, we find out later on. But I think she also falls into the same category of Hajime, where she's just not utilized too much. She's just there as an accessory.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. I think out of the 3 side girls like in that that cubicle, the one who probably gets utilized the most
is
Alba.
probably Hifumi.
Oh,
I like
out of,
Hifumi.
out of those four, out of those three, aside from Alba, because Alba's our main character, so obviously she gets utilized.
right.
Right.
But I feel like out of the other three, Hifumi is the one used the most because she's the one who teaches Alba how to do certain things, and she's the one Alba interacts with the most, especially in the beginning. And then we find out later on.
First person, I think.
Yeah, and then later on we find out like, oh, she also has connections with someone from a different team, and she has a history with Ko and was there when Ko first started, and that kind of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
It's very entertaining to watch how everyone in the office just interacts with each other.
Oh yeah. I do want to introduce one more character.
Yeah.
We don't get to see her much, but she does become a more major character down the line. And that is Alba's best friend, Sakura Nene. And
you see her in episode
Nenechi.
6.
Yeah, Nenechi. And
That- I really
here's a
like
picture
that
of her
episode.
without any context.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not, no context, that's a picture of her.
You can't just do this.
This is me.
But
saying
I'd
watch the
assume
show.
this is like beach episode.
I think this is more like kind of like a visual kind of thing. Like she's not actually at the beach, but like they're talking about something like that.
Probably, but she has a grip.
Yeah,
Like-
that.
I'm very concerned.
And then from what I'm told, like she doesn't at least the one with the gun, Umiko, I think she doesn't like point her gun at people unless she's like super mad. So she must have done something like or like said her last name or something.
Yeah, so the only person we've really seen Umiko get mad at as of now in the first 5 was Hazuki. I will say Nene just takes that and runs with it. She is the person that gets her mad all the time.
Damn.
She just becomes like her personal like hell.
Now I'm just waiting for someone to get shot.
Oh, it happens.
Oh.
It happens.
Oh.
But in those first 5 episodes, we get, you know, a couple things. Like that first episode, we got the whole thing with Alba joining and learning everything, getting locked out when she went to use the bathroom because she didn't have a ID card. Gets the ID card. It's like, oh, I still have to
Leaves
use
it
the
on her
bathroom.
desk.
Leaves it on her desk. Gets locked out again. We have like they went out drinking to celebrate Alba joining the company. She's too young to drink though, so it was kind of weird that was a thing.
Did you notice when I think it was Hifumi or one of them got like super drunk? I think it was Rin. She got super drunk and then she dropped her beer, but it didn't show that the beer spilled or anything. She just like ended up like blacking out. She dropped the beer, but
He mug flipped it. It's fine.
no beer was spilled.
Nope. We don't spill beer.
Nah, never that. But it was funny because Alba can't drink. She's 18. Drinking age in Japan is 20. So pretty much everyone else is drinking. But our good friend Hifumi is too shy to ask for her drink. She's too shy to ask the waitress. So she has Alba do it. And Alba doesn't know anything about drinks. So Hifumi's trying to let her know that she wants this specific drink and she wants it straight. But she just says like normal or something. So I was trying to tell person, the waitress, and she doesn't know like what on the rocks means. She doesn't know what straight means. So it just makes it like hectic for them. And then she's curious about what does alcohol taste like. So she asks to have a sip. And it seemed like she was gonna let her drink it. And then the waitress comes to ask them if they're gonna have anything else because, you know, the shop's about to close. And she freaks out. She's like, I didn't do anything, I swear. And then Hifumi's like, you should wait until you're older. You weren't gonna give it to her. What do you mean? So it's just cute stuff, man.
Yeah, I remember when I first tried to order like my first when I turned 21 so long ago.
So long
I was
ago.
like, I don't remember. Like, I even to this day, I still kind of don't. I have like my favorite drinks, but like, there's just so many like different names.
Hmm.
I think we have at least here. I don't know if they're different over there on the East Coast, but we have like here in like in the West Coast, we have like I think it's like an LA car bomb, or like they have like weird ass
What?
names. I don't really know.
What?
There's also like a panty dropper, and like I don't know, like I don't even know what's in all of these. So like they just call them what they call them, and then you drink it and you black out.
Okay.
And you black out. Okay. Well.
Alright.
I mean, when I turned 21, it was just like, here's a line of shots, drink that, almost die. Now here's an alcoholic milkshake. Oh, you're lactose intolerant? Too bad.
Here's a white Russian.
I don't know. The story you told me about Showtime on the train.
Bro, I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to talk about that right now.
I think that shit's so good.
we don't gotta get into details, okay?
Yeah, you don't have to. I just wanted it to be said.
But now that you said it.
No, I wouldn't do that.
well, James, do you know what Showtime is?
No.
So we have this thing here in, at least in New York. I don't know if it's like anywhere with a transit system like ours, but it's usually like at least one person will come on the train, start playing music. Sometimes they don't even do music, to be honest, but they'll yell out
they just
Showtime,
start clapping it out.
and they just start like dancing and like grabbing the poles that people are supposed to be holding on to, like flipping around them, twisting around, doing all these like acrobatic stuff. So that's what Showtime is. It's usually one person or a group of people doing it, and there's a high risk of like getting your teeth knocked out if you move, and he kicks you by accident.
Yeah.
So for my 21st birthday, I got absolutely plastered with my friends, and then I had to hop on the train to come home. It was very late, train was empty, and I just look up at the bar and I go, Showtime, and I jump, completely miss it, face plant on the seat, and then I woke up at the wrong station.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
That is crazy. Holy shit.
Good times, good times.
It was a great story to tell at the time, because like when he was telling me that, I was in the comfort of my own home drinking. So to be fair, my first drink when I turned 21 was in the house. And my uncle gave it to me. He's like, "Oh, happy birthday, kid!" Literally gave me handed me a shot glass.
Nice.
Had a toast, and honestly, I think that was like the most pristine memory from that day too.
My first drink was also like a shot of Patron. It just wasn't when I was 21. No, actually it was Coquito.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hispanic family, bro. Let's
Yeah.
go. But let's get back on track here.
Cannot.
Mine was Fireball.
Oh.
Bro, I can't even see the Fireball label without feeling sick anymore.
We can all pull in that applications to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah. Oh man. I'll tell you about that after, James.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting back to this. Yeah, it's just adventures of cute girls. I think I mentioned to you, Jay, they eventually they finish the game. Like obviously. That's They have a wrap-up party and everyone's celebrating, and they go out drinking. Again. Now, obviously, Alba can't drink. She's 18, so it's that situation again. And I believe it's her, my wife, and my wife's wife. so Ko and Rin, and Ko and Rin get absolutely plastered. and all we get to see is like CCTV footage where their faces are blurred and their voices are like masked. But you see like Ko and Rin, and I don't remember who, like one of them falls, and then the other one's trying to like fight a stop sign. And Alba's just trying to like herd them, like, come on, let's go. I gotta get you guys home. And then a cop comes, and you're like, we gotta go. And that happens at least twice. And I know one of the times that they have like a prop missile, and the cop's like, what the fuck are you doing? And that's just one of my favorite scenes. Do you guys have anything that like stood out to you when you watched?
For me at least, it was when, because apparently Ko, like, she practically lives there, because she's always like non-stop, like, I don't know, because she's a game designer, she does like 90% of the work, so she's always just there. So like when people come over, at least like early in the morning, she's still like half naked, like every single time. And then like one episode, she got to convince Rin to do it, and then pretty much like early in the morning, Alba finds them, and they're both just like half naked together because Rin was just super embarrassed.
Yeah,
because she didn't even want to do it, and then she did it, and she gets caught, and then she's like, and then Alba just like misunderstands the whole situation. So it's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Like Ren wakes up before, and like before anyone's there, Alba didn't come in, and Ko's asleep. So she decides like she's gonna take her pants off, and she's like, "Oh, okay," to get the feeling of freedom, you know. And Alba comes in, and Ko wakes up. So she tries to like cover Ko's mouth so she doesn't say anything, and Alba doesn't notice that they're there. She starts working, and she says something. I don't remember what it was, but it made Ko laugh, and that's what got Alba's attention. And she sees Rin half naked on top of a half naked Ko, both blushing, and she's like, "Oh, my bad."
Honestly, I don't think I would have misread the situation too. It's a common thing.
What about you, Jay?
I have to say the point. It's like a very long. It's a pretty decently long scene, but it's the constant of rejections of when Alba is like submitting her character.
Yes.
And it's constantly getting like rejected, and she kind of like has this like inner turmoil kind of to where she's like, you know, I gotta keep fixing this, but you know it's hard, but I'm gonna keep going. And she finds out like yeah, and I was like, you know, this is very relatable. And also she finds out later on that what her very first submission was good enough.
Yeah, that's what shocked me the most when, like, out of that scene, I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" Like, I would have been so mad. At least it was me. If it was me, I was like, "It was so good." Like, kept on saying it, but like, no, because it's a lesson. And
It's
I'm
a
like,
lesson to not always accept good enough.
Yeah. What actually stuck out to me with that itself too was, like you said, she told her like, okay, the original was good enough. She didn't want you to be satisfied with good enough. And then when she finally does accept it, she's like, how do you feel about it? She's like, I'm happy with it, but I think I can do better if I was to start from scratch.
Yeah.
So it like always goes up.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I think that just mostly pertains to like office work, because like in
Well,
retail,
it also goes to your work ethic too. If you're always aiming for good enough, you're never gonna, you know, surpass your level that you're already at.
This is
depending
to go
on
even further beyond.
So I kind of understand that.
Yeah.
I think that's just mostly just applies to like if you're in a place where there is more potential to like grow and whatever, then you can have that mentality. But like in other places, like sometimes like you see other people like in the same place as you, and like their bare minimum gets by, and then you do all this hard work and all that, and it's still like doesn't get it. Could, like you get like unrecognized, I guess.
Yeah.
Which like sucks, and it happens a lot where, and it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
But that's just like I'm a little bit more into like my real life situation where it's just like hey, like how's this, like these people could let's like get by and like, you know, like how you were saying with like I was like first submission was like fine and whatever, but you see these other people like like she's never like I guess content with like the first draft, so she tries to improve on it or whatever, but at the same time it's just more like sometimes people just need it just to get by.
Yeah, and we actually see an example of that with her within those first 5 episodes too, with Ko herself, because they find the stack of art she did for the one character, and they see this big stack, and they're like, okay, these are all character designs, right? And they go through, and it's all the same exact character design with slight tweaks because it's never like good enough for her. And
he's a perfectionist.
Yeah, we always see. Like when we're first introduced and we see that she's like sleeping there, you're like, oh, okay, she seems kind of lazy. Maybe she sleeps there because she doesn't want to catch the train. She's kind of like slobbish. But as the series goes on, you find out that she's probably the most dedicated person in that studio. And she feels like she's never good enough. Like it gets to the point that they offer her a higher position, and she has this inner turmoil where she's like, I can't do this. And like pretty much everyone else is like, dude, shut the fuck up. You got this. And she's like, no, I can't.
I think wasn't it like she got offered the job that Rin was at? I think she's the art director, so she was supposed to be the art director, but she didn't want to do it, so Rin got it instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just feels like she's not good enough for people to want to follow her. Meanwhile, she has this girl who literally only got this job because she was inspired by her.
True.
Good stuff. So, having sat down and watched at least 5 episodes, what are your thoughts and what are your ratings? Let's start with you, James.
Thoughts? At least from like last week, I already after you telling me what it was, I was just like, oh, I remember watching this before, and I'm like, it didn't hook me up as much as I wanted to. And then like when I watched these first 5 episodes, I'm like, it's like, okay, like this anime is not really about anything. It's just about cute girls just in an office and working on a game, and they're having fun. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, okay, like I had to like consider. I was like, okay, that's the point of this kind of anime. It's just like, okay,
to
so
like decompress.
Yeah, and I'm like, I couldn't decompress until like episode 6 when they're like at the movie theater. It was just because like that to me was the more decompressing part, because usually, at least for me, like I go to the movies a lot, especially like looking forward to Spider-Man coming out end of this month. I already reserved my ticket, so I'm like, I always go to the movies a lot. So like when they had that movie episode, I was like, oh damn, I was like, that was a good episode. And then pretty much like her and her best friend are like the same age, and yet like I think the best friend got like a student discount, and the other Alba got like an adult ticket instead. But like, and then they were watching some kind of anime movie, and I was like, wow, this anime movie is more interesting than the actual anime. And I was like, this actually has got like a plot and everything. And I was like, no, I mean, I ended up liking it, but like, as far as like if I had to rate it between like the 5 episodes, I just give it like a 7.5.
Oh, that's really higher than I thought you would.
Yeah, that's a lot higher than I thought.
I will say this though, James, if you're looking for more of a better story, you could even skip all of season 1 because nothing major happens. It's just learning about each girl and just like, oh, cute little adventures. Season 2 is more of a storyline driven thing. Like it still has the cutesy girls doing different things in every episode, but there's more of an overarching plot in that one.
I recently watched an animated movie that's also based on it's a bunch of girls, but they made an anime, and they made an anime, and I had like this same kind of vibe. It was called Shirobako, and it had like that same kind of feel, but I guess like I guess the other anime was, I guess, it talked about a little bit more realistic about like how hard the job can be and a little bit more. So it came instead of a little bit more fun, it's just more like it's like, hey, like it's an anime, but it takes a lot of work to build an anime and all that.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of hard work and all that. So this one just felt like the opposite. So I was kind of like thrown off about it, but like I mean that's just like the whole point. It's just like yeah, it's about a game, but it's like it's not really the point. Really, it's just more like you're getting to know each character, and then these characters and how well they get along, and this small office space. So I liked it for the point that like it's just purely for relaxing, but like I, at least for me personally, like why I didn't rate it any higher is just because like it doesn't really have like, you know, like what you were saying, like doesn't have a little bit more like you know how like it didn't really matter like what spoilers because like so yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to convey what I'm trying to say.
No, I get it, and again, I'm surprised that you did even rate it that high because I thought we'd get like sub 5 from you.
I originally if I had to base it on the 5 episodes, it was gonna be like a 4.5. Well, because I watched 2 episodes more, it brought it up to a 7.
Those are really good episodes.
Those are 2 good episodes. I think the next following episodes, they were like I believe it was the background character in the picture that you were talking about with the lightsaber. She was just battling for like the AC because she was like so hot, but she dressed up like in hot clothes, but inside you have the AC on blast, and then Ko likes it with the AC on blast because I guess she runs hot, so like she always likes it cold. But the other one is like, well, like I get pretty sensitive to the cold, so they're like fighting for like the AC and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I get that. I always run the AC for me, but like other people, it's like, man, the AC, it's like cold in here.
All right. Again, I'm surprised, but I'm glad that you did enjoy up to that point. And if you are willing to, I'd say check out season 2 because I feel like that'd be more your style, since that has a more direct plot. Jay, how about you?
I give this a 8.
Okay.
Because I've always enjoyed, you know, I'm not always a story-driven person. I like looking into characters. I like how they're built, as well as, you know, the different little progressions. So even if it's minor, you know, progression's everything in a character. And this did a really good job with introductions, showing little tidbits of characters, you know, showing them like their personalities and what they like and like what they're good at, more to say, on the social aspect. But it also wasn't afraid to show, you know, there's shy characters there, you know, there are characters that are very open to like what they like and dislike and the relationships that they build, stuff that's really important and incorporating to just a world.
Yeah. All right.
They just make it seem so easy.
Me personally, obviously I chose this one. I've watched it a couple times. I've tried to get the visual novel, but it's only available on Japanese PlayStations, so that kind of sucks. It's never been translated.
Damn.
I would say probably like for me a 9, because this is just something that I can sit back, not really pay much attention to it, but still enjoy. And I really love it. I'm really upset that there was never anything beyond season 2, because season 2, as I've said, Ko is my favorite character. Season 2 is a very Ko heavy season, and there's a major bombshell thing that happens with Ko at the end that's like really going to transform her character, and they never continued it, so I had to read the manga, and I would have loved to see it animated. Very disappointed in that.
Unfortunate.
Oh yeah, it's such a big thing, and I'm just like, no. Like they literally end with the announcement. I'm like, no.
Wow.
Oh man.
This is the fourth installment of Fairy Story.
But I'm actually really glad that you guys liked it. I thought it'd be like, this is a 4 for me. Like I thought it'd be that kind of reaction. But this is like my personal, like, just to chill type of thing. I have a couple of shows that I watch like this, and it's just like I don't want to focus on anything. I just want to relax and like maybe nod off to sleep. And I just love it.
No, I mean, like, I literally had that mentality, but I don't know if it was just because I was just wound or whatever, but like, it's been a minute since I've had or watched a anime to kind of like, that's not really about anything. Yeah. It's just kind of like very chill. So it was very much needed. So like, I appreciate it. Like this week's pick. Like, it really helped me out this week.
All right. Nice. Now we have to look forward to next week, and that would be you, Jay. So what do you have in store for us?
I hope you boys like getting a little more cozier than this was.
Oh my god, boy.
I do indeed. But for this upcoming week, we'll be watching one of my personal favorites, at least for the holiday season, or just anytime I feel sad, rather. Yes,
no. Bro, I'm getting my fuzzy socks and my hot cocoa, bro. Let's fucking go.
I hope you boys like getting cozy, because I sure did.
I want to fluff the tail.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna fluff the tail, bro.
the one main goal.
This is another anime I briefly watched, but like it is a very similar aspect. At least I kind of forgot what it's about. As far as I know, I don't know if she's like. I know she could turn into a fox, I think, but apart from that, I don't know why she's with that main character.
I know I never watched the anime, but I read the manga for this, and this thing very quickly goes from like this is cool and comfy to like just very supernatural shit is happening. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Huh? Like it becomes a completely different thing. I'm like, huh?
It takes a very big leap, and you're just like, oh.
And I'm all right with that.
Yeah, I'm all good with the supernatural.
Yeah, but since we only have to watch the first 5. I'm sure that'll just be the very comfy stuff.
Is she a 9-tail fox? No, right?
No.
No, those only exist in Naruto.
Okay. I got confused with something else. Okay.
Was it Naruto?
No, it was another one. It was like
Ari?
It was like, yeah, but I'll mention
my wife out of this.
Alright, well, we'll catch you guys next time when we watch The Helpful Fox Senko-san.
Sir.
Look forward to that. I'm super hyped now. I'm also very tired.
Yeah, you should probably get some rest.
I'm probably not gonna.
That's too bad. I still send you memes.
Yeah, let's go. When I stop replying, I'm either dead or asleep.
Yes, sir.
Whichever comes first.
Yep.
But thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the anime if you watched along with us, and look forward to watching the next one.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's it for us.
Peace. See you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Bye.